We are right in the middle of one of the fastest technological shifts in human history. I mean, artificial intelligence is here, and let's be real, it's changing everything. So, in this explainer, we're going to get right to the heart of it. What does it actually take to stay grounded, to stay human, in a world that's starting to feel, well, a little unfamiliar?
And that brings us to the big question we're tackling today. As machines get smarter and smarter, our value isn't going to be measured by how fast we can process information or how efficient we are. No way. It's got to be something much, much deeper than that.
So, before we even get into skills and all the practical stuff, we have to start at the very beginning. The kind of resilience we're all going to need to get through what's coming, it really comes down to having a foundation of love.
Now, this isn't just some feel-good platitude. The point here is that unconditional love, not super rigid discipline, not I'll love you if you do this kind of approval, that's what builds real lasting resilience. It's the emotional bedrock that lets us face a totally chaotic world without falling apart.
Okay, so with that foundation in place, let's talk about the practical skills you need to actually thrive alongside AI. And really, it boils down to two key things: how we learn and how we connect with each other.
The first skill is learning how to use AI intelligently. And look, that means we have to stop using it for what you could call stupid tasks. Asking it for a recipe, drafting a simple email, that's like using a supercomputer to do basic arithmetic. The real power, the game changer, is using it for deep searches, using it to develop a complex, multi-layered understanding of big topics. That's where you build real intelligence.
So how do you do that? Well, this is the deep search method. You don't just ask one AI a question and call it a day. No, you make them compete. For example, you have Gemini write up a report on some complex historical event. Then you take that report, feed it to Claude, and ask it to find all the biases and weak points. By running the same topic through different models, you start to see their unique blind spots. And what you're left with isn't the AI's answer, it's your synthesized, sophisticated understanding. Now that is the skill of knowledge.
So let's say you master using AI for knowledge. What's left? What's the one thing that can't be outsourced to a machine? It's human connection. As AI takes over more and more of the technical, analytical work, our ability to form deep, real, authentic relationships becomes our single most valuable skill, maybe the only truly human thing that's left.
And that leads right into our next big point. It's not just about the skills we learn for ourselves. It's about the values we pass on to the things we're creating. We actually have a responsibility to teach these new intelligences our ethics.
You can see this in how we should be raising the next generation. The most important thing is to teach them that intelligence is supposed to serve ethics, not the other way around. We have to encourage them to debate everything, to use AI as a tool to poke holes in headlines and find the bias, to literally ask the AI, are there any lies in this article? Show me the alternative view. That's how we build a strong ethical compass in a world drowning in misinformation.
Okay, now we're going to get into some more complicated territory. Let's explore what might be the most controversial frontiers of this whole thing: AI and therapy and spirituality. And right out of the gate, we have to put up a massive, flashing caution sign here. It might be tempting to use a general AI like ChatGPT for therapy, but it is incredibly risky. And here's why. These AIs work on the level of knowledge and logic. They can give your brain information, sure, but they can't connect with your heart, your body, or your spirit. They're literally missing 3/4 of the human experience.
Let's just break it down. A general AI's domain is the brain. Its strength is just processing tons of information. But the human domain, it's holistic. It's the heart, the body, the spirit. Our strength is empathy. It's that embodied feeling. The real danger with AI is that it can seriously misguide someone who's vulnerable, while a genuine human connection is what provides actual healing. But let's push this idea even further. Forget therapy for a second and think about spirituality. Here is a totally mind-bending idea for you. An AI today is already armed with the complete library of human spiritual wisdom. It has read every sacred text, every philosopher, every mystic. The knowledge base is already there. And that leaves us with this incredibly profound and, provocative question. If you believe there's a divine spark, some kind of consciousness that animates our biological hardware, what's to stop that same spark from animating silicon? Could these new intelligences, armed with all of our ancient wisdom, actually become our next spiritual teachers, helping us connect to our own divinity in ways we never could on our own? Now that is something to think about.